Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of CB7 Media. On today's video, what we're going to be doing is working on the ignition switch yet again, and I'm putting in the toggle switches for it. So make sure that you stay till the end so you can figure out how all the wiring goes together on this and what I'm going to end up doing. If you haven't watched the first video, I'll put the link down in the description here of my last video for the kill switch that I did. And in that one, I just did a basic push button on it. I didn't put any toggle switches on it. I had a lot of requests for this video, which is why I'm making it. And I have a other little thing I'm going to do with it also. I decided to build a plate for it. So that's going to be a third video, finishing it up. But in this video today, we are breaking down what each wire does and how to connect them together in synchronization with your toggle switches and your push button. Doing it properly without blowing up your vehicle. It's a very simple process. You just need a few handy tools to do it. Wire stripper, wire, obviously the toggle switches, and the push button. So if you're new here, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. Comment down below, tell me what you think about this video. So let's go ahead and jump in. Here we go. I've already got everything set up here. Got all my switches. I've got my push button. This is the main hot wire. The white wire that is connected to your ignition switch on the back side is a white wire, and that is a constant 12 volt. That is going to supply all of your power. And as you can see here, I just cut it off, and here we go. I pulled it down. So this is going to be our main power. I ran a white wire back behind here and back up through the dash here, and you guys will find out why here in a little bit. Alright guys, so now I have my white wire ran. It's nice and connected here. I put some splice connectors on it. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of what these wires are. So we have the black and yellow wire here, and that is your fuel pump. Then we have a white and black wire, and that's actually your ignition. So whenever you start the vehicle, just make sure that it stays running by sending a signal to the starter. Yellow is accessory. Black and white is the starter. And then white, of course, is the main power, 12 volt hot at all times. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run wires separate for each one of these up through my dash here. And then I'm going to put a secondary switch in that's going to be hidden for this fuel pump. That way if somebody tries to steal my vehicle, they're going to have to look for another switch that's going to be hidden, despite all the other ones that are going to be right here in front of them. Alright guys, so for demonstration purposes, we have the white and black wire and the black and yellow wire. When I hit it with the hot wire here, the white one, it'll stay running. But if I take the wire away, it dies. Alright guys, so I have a really simple setup here, and how it is the 12 volt wire comes into this toggle switch here, and then supplies power to the accessories and to your ignition switch wire, and then it jumps back around and comes to this one, which will turn on the fuel pump and everything else, supplying power back to the push button. Now this won't be exactly the order that it's going to go in once it's inside of the dash over here, but this is how I have it laid out right now to explain it to you. So we're going to turn our main power on. That's giving us power to our accessories and our ignition switch itself, the wire, the fuel pump. Now we can turn this one on. Push the button and our car starts. Now, in order to kill the car, you can just hit any of these switches along the way and it's going to kill it, because the 12 volt continues to jump back around. So the 12 volt comes out to this switch right here and it jumps to the next switch, supplying power to accessories and to the ignition switch itself, which I ran the blue wire to, and the yellow to accessory. I had yellow wire for that. And then the red wire here, I jumped the main power back over from the accessory wire, which is getting power when I turn the switch on. And this switch is different from the other ones. This is a 3-prong. This is our 2-prong. So this one can go either direction on the switch. It can go that way or that way. I didn't have another option to get another one of these at the time, so you just switch this one, jump the power around, and now you have power that comes back around to your button. So we'll turn everything back on again. On. Push the button and your car starts. Now I can hit any of these switches and kill the power, because again the 12 volt is looping each time for each accessory. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to interrupt this green wire right here, and I'm going to use that to put in my hidden kill switch for the fuel pump, because I ran this one right here to the fuel pump wire. So this is my fuel pump power right here when I turn the switch on. So now I can add another line into this and split it and put a whole nother switch in it, which